The NBA may have just created a nightmare nobody is ready for. LeBron James joining Giannis and Bam in Miami could build the most terrifying super team of this generation. But one hidden problem could destroy everything before it even begins.
It is a problem, but I see a major problem if LeBron James decides to take his talents back to South Beach to team up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo because of the growth of everybody. Yes, Pat Riley's going to say yes, Bron, to LeBron about the chocolate chip cookies. He has changed his ways. But when you look at the film and you look at the growth of Giannis, the one thing I know is that Giannis loved to play with a stretch big, and he loved to push the ball in transition, but his IQ and his passing ability to make guys around him better has picked up over the last 2 years. Here you see him driving, kicking to Brook Lopez, one of the best shooting bigs in the game. Now you talk about being the floor spacer and sacrificing. The one thing about Bam, he's gotten better every single year. Last year, 400 three-point shots made. That corner three-point shot is going to be his sweet spot playing alongside Giannis. And then you add old Bron to the mix. That old horns action with him being the facilitator, getting the ball, being able to be in the pick and roll action. And this is the Andre Ayton, setting the tone, setting him up for a lob to the basket. Imagine if that's Bron and Giannis. It's going to be smoking the city for any other team in the Eastern Conference to deal with that team, those three, in the 7-game series.
Okay, so now you're having us think about what this could look like, Perk, and it's exciting. So, Ramona, what are you hearing about the likelihood that this could be something that we actually see come to fruition?
Look, that is the Miami Heat's pitch to LeBron James, that they are the best basketball fit for him.
They're taking Perk's film and just saying, look at this?
I don't know if they quite needed the film, but I enjoyed it. I would say their pitch to him is, look, we have Bam and Giannis. That is the best backline defense you could ask for. You're not going to have to be playing this small ball 5 like you had to do in LA a lot of times. These guys are going to be back there to clean up everything there. And then on the perimeter, you have Andrew Wiggins and Davion Mitchell. Those guys are great. Those guys are great perimeter defenders. And so in the first 3 quarters, Giannis can have the ball in his hands. He can get downhill. He can lead the offense. But in that 4th quarter where LeBron James' experience will shine, that's when he can take over. And that's their pitch to him from a basketball fit. And I think the longer this goes on, the more I hear the Heat as a destination. But again, in the absence of real information, this is theorizing, right? Dave, you're in the same place with everybody we talk to in the league.
Perk was right to mention Giannis in transition. He led the league in transition points last year, 8 per game. LeBron was 3rd. 10 years older than Giannis, averaging 7.1 points per game in transition. So that tells you there's a clear style play that they can thrive in together. Backline defense, steals, deflections, long defensive rebounds. Kick it ahead to Giannis, kick it ahead to LeBron. 2 trains coming off the track right at the basket. So that's a major positive to thinking about this scenario. Also, LeBron reluctantly played the 3rd fiddle last year in LA. He did it quite well, but it wasn't something that was, his preferred style of play. The Heat need someone to be a primary playmaker.
Right. Yeah.
And, no offense to Davion Mitchell, but he's a 3-and-D guy. He can play in the corners. He can be catching the passes from LeBron. It's a really good basketball fit. Now, the one thing, Pat Riley says we have a lot of depth. I would argue against that. I think this team hasn't played together as currently constructed. It's hard to say this is a team with depth.
Yeah, and that's something I think that they're still trying to figure out, especially with the LeBron-sized hole that could fill some of those.
They're fine waiting, though. Let's just say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're
and
in
all
no
of these
hurry.
teams should be, right? And especially as Dave kind of mentioned earlier, and LeBron is certainly taking his time with this decision. But in terms of basketball fit, Perk, is Miami the best?
I believe it is because, Dave just highlighted Malika that LeBron James, he still wants to play. He still could play at an elite level. He took a backseat to Austin Reeves and Luka, but Bron showed us in the playoffs that when he got past the Houston Rockets that he still wants the ball in his hands. And again, when Bron is at his best, when he's able to be the facilitator, when his IQ is able to stand out, and we talk about what they could bring defensively. Yes, we know that Bam and Giannis, 2 guys that every single season, when healthy, they're going to be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. But when you bring that voice, that IQ to that LeBron James bring, along with Andrew Wiggins, along with Davion Mitchell, their defense alone will win them 30-plus games in the regular season. Their defense alone will get them through some tough playoff games in the playoff series. So in my eyes right now, like wiggling his toes in the sand, beach, sun, like you're not, listen, here's the thing. You don't want to go from living in LA for the last 8 years in good weather to going to having to deal with winter and snowstorms. No shade at Cleveland or Philly, but that got to play a factor. There's no way that you outside that much, getting in that good sun, drinking wine, smoking cigars, playing golf, to want to go back to being in the snow.
For LeBron to announce where he's going. Last week, LeBron was plus 350 to join the Miami Heat. LeBron now listed at minus 105 to go back to South Beach. Cavaliers falling to plus 170. It feels like it's, I don't want to say day to day, but it is week to week, because it feels like, oh, Philadelphia got Jaylen Brown. Does that change LeBron's mind? Hey, Steph Curry, when we saw him out in Tahoe trying to make a recruiting pitch to LeBron James. Cleveland Cavaliers, they re-signed Donovan Mitchell. What's that mean? And then Giannis goes to Miami. Well, things didn't end well with LeBron and Pat Riley when he left the Heatles and went to Los Angeles. But now you got Giannis. Now you can go to a state, no income tax, if that matters to him. You've been there before. You've played for Eric Spoelstra. Now you got Giannis and Bam. Those two guys on the defensive end. You don't have to worry about that. You can be a facility. You can be whatever you want on the offensive end if you want to. I'm sure that those two players will defer to you to a certain degree. But I'm wondering, if you're Giannis, how active are you in reaching out to LeBron? We know Steph Curry is. How honest and open is Jaylen Brown reaching out to LeBron James? Donovan Mitchell with the Cavaliers. How open are you that you're going to recruit him? Because it does change your offensive philosophy. If you're Cleveland, you're Philly, you're Miami, Golden State, there will be an adjustment there. And it's probably going to be 1 year. But right now, the leader in the clubhouse, the Miami Heat. And I keep wondering, the players you're going to surround, but Miami right now, the odds-on favorite, and Pat Riley, what Pat Riley wants, Pat Riley usually gets. And that's what I think is such an advantage for Miami over everybody else, because you got Riles there. And he is as competitive as anybody. But to be able to sell it, you got Spoelstra, you got Giannis, you got Bam Adebayo, and you got South Beach. Yeah.
I'm looking at one of the larger prediction market platforms, and according to them, 170 million has been traded on where LeBron's next team will be, just on this one platform, and 47% of that is gone to the Heat. The longer that this whole selection process gets drawn out, does it become less appealing?
Oh, I know. Everybody gets tired of it. Look, it's my job, and I'm fascinated by it. But I haven't been hitting you over the head with this. It's like nobody knows anything. That's the amazing part. The people who get paid to know this or find this out kind of put their arms up. And they go, I don't know. I mean, we've reached out to these guys, and they'll say, I don't have anything. I mean, Chris Haynes is well connected. And, Fritzy's reached out, and he goes, I don't have anything. And that's something I go, okay, I respect that. You don't have anything. You don't want to come on here and, kind of parse words from somebody else or rumors, speculation, innuendo. People don't know. It's a very tight circle. It's a circle of two. It's Rich Paul and LeBron.
The NBA may be moments away from creating a nightmare nobody is prepared for. Because if LeBron James returns to Miami and joins Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo, the league could witness one of the most dangerous combinations of talent ever assembled. But the biggest question is not whether they have enough talent. They clearly do. The real question is whether three superstars with different styles can become one unstoppable force. Miami believes the answer is yes. Pat Riley has always chased greatness, and this situation could be his biggest move since building championship teams around LeBron nearly 2 decades ago. Because this time, LeBron would not be coming to carry a franchise. He would be joining a team already built for winning. And the reason this idea has become so dangerous starts with one unbelievable basketball fit: Giannis Antetokounmpo and LeBron James. Giannis is no longer just a dominant athlete. His game has evolved. Over the last 2 seasons, his passing and decision-making have reached another level. When Giannis attacks the basket, defenders collapse. And that creates open opportunities for shooters. Now imagine adding LeBron James, one of the greatest playmakers basketball has ever seen. Giannis can destroy defenses with power. LeBron can control every possession with his basketball IQ. The transition attack alone would be terrifying. Giannis led the NBA in transition scoring last season with around 8 points per game, while LeBron, despite being much older, still ranked 3rd at approximately 7.1 points per game. 2 unstoppable players, running directly at defenders. That is the nightmare scenario, but the biggest piece that could make this work might not be Giannis or LeBron. It could be Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo has quietly become one of the most important players in this entire equation. Last season, Bam attempted around 400 three-point shots, showing major development as a shooter. That changes everything. Because next to Giannis, spacing is everything. Bam can protect the rim, switch defensively, rebound, and now potentially punish defenses from outside. Add LeBron James to that group, and Miami suddenly has elite defense, elite playmaking, and multiple ways to attack. This is exactly why Miami believes they can offer LeBron something the Lakers could not: a chance to compete without carrying the entire burden. But even the perfect basketball fit means nothing unless LeBron believes Miami is the right final chapter. Miami's message to LeBron is simple: you do not have to do everything anymore. With Giannis and Bam behind him, LeBron would not need to constantly fight as a small ball center or carry every defensive responsibility. He could focus on what he does best: creating, controlling, winning. Miami could surround him with defenders like Andrew Wiggins and Davion Mitchell, giving LeBron the type of supporting cast built for playoff basketball. For 3 quarters, Giannis could control the physical battle. But in the 4th quarter, that is where LeBron becomes different. His experience, his decision-making, his championship IQ. Those are the things that separate legends from everyone else. However, the biggest question remains: can Miami actually land him before another NBA powerhouse changes the entire situation? The race for LeBron James is becoming one of the biggest stories in basketball. Miami's chances have skyrocketed. The odds reportedly moved from around plus 350 to approximately minus 105 for LeBron returning to South Beach. Cleveland remains close at around plus 170. More than $170 million has reportedly entered prediction markets on LeBron's next team, with about 47% of the money supporting Miami. But nothing is guaranteed. Golden State continues recruiting. Cleveland still has history. Philadelphia could make moves that change the entire landscape. And that is why this decision is so difficult. Because this is not just about basketball. It is about legacy, comfort, championship chances, and the final chapters of one of the greatest careers ever. Only 2 people may truly know the answer: Rich Paul and LeBron James. Until they decide, the entire NBA can only wait. Because LeBron returning to Miami with Giannis and Bam would not just change one team, it could change the entire league.
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.